Hi friends, and thanks for joining me in this video. Today I'm going to be reviewing 3 new makeup products. I have the new Hermes eyeshadows. I have one of the eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be reviewing today. I have also the new Givenchy Prisme Libre skincaring highlighter. I'm quite excited about this product because this one is going to be a limited edition and I absolutely love it. And then I am going to be trying as well what I've already tried all of these products, but I'm going to review them for you. And I have one of the Givenchy Eye to Cheek colors, which is absolutely stunning. So let's go ahead and get started. And if you're new here and if you enjoy beauty talks, please consider subscribing. If you're returning, welcome back, dear friends. Thank you so much for your time. And if you have already tried any of the products that I'm going to be reviewing today, please leave us a comment. Let us know what you think, because I think that it's important when we share our different opinions, because I'm sure that we are going to have a lot of different opinions on the Hermes eyeshadow palette. Now, I wanted to do this video as a get ready with me because I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to show you all of the products in action and how they actually work on my skin. I also wanted to share with you a couple of favorites. These are quite new, but I find it to be very effective on me. Just wanted to get my hair out of the way. Okay, so the first product that I wanted to share with you is I have been using the Lancome Hydrating Toner, and this one has been absolutely gorgeous on my skin. I'm going to start prepping my skin. So I wanted to mention this toner. I have it because of the Lancome Advent Calendar. I did an unboxing video. I think that this was the best Advent Calendar this year in terms of what you actually get. And this is a new product that I discovered from the Advent Calendar. So I just wanted to show you the consistency. You can use it either as a toner, like I'm going to be using this on a little cotton pad, or you can directly, if you want, you can use it on your fingertips. If you have more dry skin, I would say use it on your fingertips and apply it on your face before as a first step of your skincare routine. It is a little bit thicker than actual toner, and I find that it makes a difference with my skin. When I use it, my skincare after that absorbs so much better. And I have been using it for a few days and I definitely see a difference, especially now with the air conditioning. So it's a really, really good product. And at the end, I'm going to take a little bit on my fingertips and I'm going to apply also on my face, because as I said, like you can even use it if you want on your fingertips, because it has this almost like a serum texture. Okay, it is between a toner and a serum, and I would highly recommend this one because it's just so moisturizing, so gorgeous in the skin, especially this time of the year. And I usually pass with a cotton pad and then I usually take a little bit on my fingertips and I apply on my skin, and I find that it really helps my skincare to absorb so much better. My skin becomes smoother, glowier, and my whole skincare after that, it just absorbs so easy. Next, I'm moving on with my current serum. This one is from Avene and I really like it. It contains hyaluronic acid, so I'm just going to quickly pop this on my face. Next, moving on to my eye cream, and it's from the same line of Avene. I find that this eye cream is very effective. It is just as effective as the most expensive eye creams that I have used. Let's say it is just as effective in getting rid of those fine lines. Well, not immediately, you know, not with the first application, but it definitely takes a couple of weeks to see some results, but I really find it so useful. And I'm usually going to take this little tool. This is from the Sicily eye cream. I don't have the cream anymore, but I have this tool, this little tool that I really like because it helps to so signs of aging usually show fast under the eyes. So I'm usually going to use this to kind of help my under eye area, to depuff my under eye area. It also feels quite cold, and a final step is going to be my moisturizer. I don't know how many tubes of this moisturizer I've used. This one is from La Roche-Posay. It's the Cicaplast Gel B5. I absolutely love it for any time of the year when my skin is irritated. I really love this one. And I usually always have a few tubes of this one because I use it not only on the face, but I use it on all parts of my skin my body where my skin is irritated. And once the skincare is done, we are moving on to the makeup part of this video. So first of all, let's start with my favorite product, and this is the Prisme Libre Skincaring Highlighter. Now they have a concealer, they have the Skincaring Glow Foundation, which I absolutely adore. I like the concealer, but I adore their Skincaring Glow Foundation. They also have a matte foundation, which I kind of like, but it's not really my favorite. And I really love this highlighter. Unfortunately, the only downside that I see from the highlighter is that it's going to be a limited edition. They have 2 shades available, and I have the rosy color. I believe it was called Rose Extravaganza. I'm going to write it on the screen because I think that, yes, this is the box that it comes with. So here we go. This is the Rose Extravaganza. So that is the box, that is the highlighter. It is okay, guys, I just wanted to show you the concealer and the highlighter. They come in the exact same packaging, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's adorable. It is just a smaller version of the packaging of the foundation, and I'm going to show you the foundation. And these are the 2 foundations. So you can see that the concealer and the highlighter, they are from the same line. So they have like a mini version, a mini package, the mini packaging of the foundation. So they come in the same packaging. It's really nice and aesthetically pleasing. And this is the Glow Foundation. It has this glass bottle, and then with the frosted glass bottle is the matte foundation. Okay, I needed to change my clothes because my sweater, because I love it so much. I love this turtleneck so much, but it was like, it's so hot here. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of lip balm before I start. I'm actually not going to apply because I'm going to be applying foundation now. Anyways, this highlighter is, I have been using it in the past week, and it is absolutely stunning. It comes with this applicator. I usually take this in my handbag. It is the most beautiful product, and I don't know why Givenchy are making this a limited edition, but you can see how beautiful this looks. My arm is quite tanned, my hand is quite tanned from the summer months, but you can see how gorgeous this looks. This color is just so pretty, so beautiful. It doesn't have visible shimmers, but it has this pure light. And I don't understand this decision, why this is going to be a limited edition. I think that it has to become part of the permanent line, just because why would you make this limited edition? It's so beautiful. It's so flattering on the skin. I have been using it daily, and you can use it for special occasions. You can use it in the office. This highlighter reminds me of my favorite Gucci highlighter, and except for the color, they are very similar in terms of performance. Maybe the Gucci highlighter is just a touch more liquidy, and it has this peachy color, which again, you can see that it blends beautifully on my skin, and it's completely undetectable on the skin. So I'm going to compare these two, as this one looks more natural on my skin. This is a little bit more visible because you can see that it's a pinkish highlighter. So this one blends in a little bit more in my skin. This one is more invisible when I apply it on my skin, and this one is definitely more visible because of the color. You can see that when I blend it into my arm, this one blends a little bit more. This is more shiny, so the Givenchy highlighter is definitely a little bit more shiny. So if you want a more natural looking highlighter, I'm going to show you how they look on my face now. These two highlighters are very versatile, and you can use them under foundation. You can mix them with the foundation, or you can use them on top of foundation, on top of powder, just to make your complexion look a little bit more alive. So let's go ahead and apply the Givenchy highlighter here, just to show you how it looks on my skin. A little goes a long way. I did apply too much, but I just want to show you what is the effect. It looks absolutely beautiful. Probably the camera is going to emphasize this a little bit, but it looks so incredibly gorgeous and flattering on the skin. And I would definitely recommend this one for people who have cool skin, cool undertones. And let me show you the Gucci highlighter here. It is going to be more subtle on my skin. It definitely shows a little bit like I usually apply a little bit from this one because otherwise the color will show on my skin. Okay, so this is Gucci here and this is Givenchy. Now let me go ahead and apply my foundation. I'm going to be using the Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Caring Glow Foundation. I really like this one. I can apply it directly with my fingers or with a brush. Probably I'm going to use a little bit of a brush, but maybe let's go ahead and start with my fingers, and I got it on in my hair. So this is with the foundation done, and my foundation right now, I'm not sure how the camera is going to show it, but it looks absolutely flawless because of this. I find that adding this toner as a first step of my skincare routine really makes a huge difference in the way my foundation looks and wears during the day. So I would highly recommend using this one, adding this one to your skincare routine, because I have been testing it with, I'm so happy with this advent calendar. I was like, I was really recommending this one. I was raving about it. I was telling you, go ahead and buy the advent calendar of Lancome because it was really amazing. And this is my best purchase. I mean, in terms of the money that I paid for it and the products that I got, this definitely was my best purchase. So this toner is something that I will never stop repurchasing. It just makes everything so beautiful, so nice. Anyway, so this is how everything looks with foundation. So you can see that the Givenchy highlighter becomes a lot more subtle now that I have applied the foundation and I need a little bit of lip balm. I'm going to be using my favorite. Why is this still with the... Okay, I still haven't... This is my favorite lip balm. It's from Sephora and I cannot remove... Okay, so this is why we have it. Okay, finally we did it. It is only, I believe it's like $4 in the US and €4 in Europe. Definitely go ahead and get this one. These are limited edition always. So this is how the Givenchy highlight looks, and this is my favorite way to use it when I'm going, let's say, in the office or for work. And then this is how Gucci looks. Gucci almost disappears, so I usually prefer to apply Gucci either to mix it with the foundation, but I usually prefer to go also on top of my makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. I'm going to be setting the center of my face with Givenchy Prisme Libre powder, which is one of my favorite powders. Next, I'm moving on to the Valentino Eye to Cheek color, and I have it in the shade number 12, Bright Dream. I thought that this is going to be a nice color because I can use it. It's going to look beautiful on the eyes and on the cheeks as well. Initially, I thought that it's going to be like a highlighter, but it's a little bit deeper, so it can be used mostly on my skin tone. It's really like a blush, like this very nice. I really like the cute brush that comes here because you can easily put this in your handbag and you can fix your makeup very quickly. Now, some of you have mentioned that the packaging of Valentino makeup looks quite cheap. To me, it doesn't look cheap. I actually like the packaging a lot. I like also this touch with the little brush that they gave. Overall, I like the packaging. I like the big mirror inside, and I really like that this is actually one palette that you can put in your handbag. You can put the brush here, it has its own place. The brush is really good quality and you can actually use it on the go. So this is something that I really enjoy. The color is very soft, silky, smooth, absolutely stunning. So this is number 12. Let me go ahead and show you the color. And it is truly beautiful. So for some people this might be a highlighter, might be more like a highlighting shade, but for me personally it is a blush and the color is so subtle and absolutely stunning. I'm going to go ahead and apply this one on my cheeks as a blush. You can see that I get the color right away. Okay, so I'm just going to tone down the color a little bit with some powder. And I actually forgot that I used a brush with very dense bristles, very short dense bristles. You have to use a brush that has more, let's say more loose bristles, not that dense bristles, because this palette is really pigmented. So you're going to get a lot of color like I did right away. So if you want to make it more subtle, just make sure to adjust the brush that you are using. And I think that it looks beautiful, at least in real life. I really like the effect. It gives me this highlighted effect. It's subtle, it's beautiful, and I think that mostly this is a shade that I would enjoy using in the summer because it gives me these summer vibes. And I really like the subtle glow. I like also how it looks on the eyes. It's a perfect one and done eye color. So I would say 10 out of 10 for this palette. I'm so happy that I decided to purchase it. I'm definitely going to get one more color, but I just know that with the pink colors, I'm not really going to use them probably on the eyes. Maybe, but maybe not, and that's why I'm really happy with my choice of color. And now we're moving on to the Hermes eyeshadow palette. Now the Hermes eyeshadow palettes, I have been very interested to try those, and so they come with the classic Hermes pouch. This is what you're going to get with any Hermes powder that you decide to purchase, whether it's going to be the highlighter or the powder or the bronzers. You are always going to get this pouch, and then inside the pouch, initially I didn't find it, inside the pouch you have a little brush. The little brush is so cute and beautiful. I absolutely love it. The quality is quite good and you can really use it on the go. So if you want, you can just put the eyeshadow palette in the pouch and then the little brush, and you can use it on the go. So the color that I decided to purchase is 01. This is the color with the more pinkish color. So I have already used this eyeshadow palette for a few days, and I have to say that I want to give you a completely honest review. I know that this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, because apparently this is the eyeshadow palette from Hermes that has the most subtle colors. You have some colors that are barely going to be visible, and a lot of the colors are more firmly pressed. So you have one color here which is very creamy, soft, buttery, absolutely stunning, gorgeous. I really like this one. But then the second shade here is the least pigmented. So you have to really use it with a very dense brush with dense bristles. And apparently this eyeshadow palette is the least pigmented from the whole Hermes collection, eyeshadow collection. Now, this color here, the darkest color, does just fine for me, but it's a very firmly pressed color that you have to use with a brush with more dense bristles. It's not powdery, but as you can see, it's from this kind of very firmly pressed powders that on my fingertip you can see that I get a very good color payoff. But if you use it with a brush that has more loose bristles, you're not going to get a lot of color payoff. And then we have the pink color. So it all depends on you here. As far as I know, this is the least pigmented Hermes eyeshadow palette. I personally like it. For my taste, it's just fine. I am happy with it. But I know that for a lot of people, this is going to be a miss, because a lot of people are going to expect to get this really intense color payoff that you're getting from eyeshadows, such as, let's say, if you're used to Natasha Denona eyeshadows or the Tom Ford Wet n Dry formula or the Pat McGrath formula eyeshadows. This is nothing like this. I cannot compare it even to Chanel eyeshadows. I cannot compare it to the Dior eyeshadow palettes. Some of the new Dior eyeshadow quints are really don't have color payoff and don't have a lot of pigmentation. This one does have for me, but it's all depends on how you use it. I personally like it because I like to use the pink color on my cheeks, and I like to use the rest of the colors, the 3 colors on my eyes. I've tried also using the pink color on my eyelids, and I think that it looks beautiful. So for my needs personally, I like it. But in the description box, I'm going to link to an account to my friend Eka, because she purchased, I believe she purchased all of the Hermes eyeshadows. So she has all of the quads. I If I'm not mistaken, she has all of the quotes, and I talked to her about this. She was actually the person that told me that there is a brush that comes with this eyeshadow palette, because initially when I purchased this eyeshadow palette and when I opened it, I started using it without actually knowing that there is a brush, and the brush was hidden right here inside the pouch, and I usually lose those. I don't throw them away, but I'm usually going to lose them. And I saw on Eka's photo this beautiful cute little brush, and I immediately messaged her saying, hey Eka, is this a brush that comes with the palette, or is it something that you purchased separately? And she told me, well, it's hidden inside the pouch, so be careful not to throw this away, because there is a little brush that I really like. So I'm going to link to her account, because you can see swatched all of the eyeshadow palettes of Hermes. You can also leave her a comment. You can ask her what she recommends, because she has already tried all of them. I'm quite happy with my purchase. I would try another one from Hermes, but I know that this is going to be a disappointment for a lot of people, because look what happens when I try to swatch them. As you can see, the swatches are not impressive at all. So with this eyeshadow palette, you have to be okay with not the most intense pigmentation. And I would say that if you have fair skin tone like mine, probably it's going to work beautifully for you. But if you are medium, I'm not really sure how this eyeshadow palette is going to show up on medium skin tones to deeper skin tones. Probably it's not going to be the best choice. Probably you have to choose one of the other ones. And that's why I'm linking to Eka, my friend. She's really nice. She's very honest with her review. So I'm going to link to her so that you can see all of the other swatches as well. Overall, I think that it's not for everyone. It's definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but it's a beautiful palette. For my look today, I'm going to start with the palest shade, and I like to use, I'm going to link my brushes in the description. I like to use Refra brushes with these eyeshadows, because they give me the best result. Now, probably this is not a color that is not going to be visible depending on your skin tone. On my skin, it is visible. I'm not sure if the camera is going to show it, but it's very subtle, and I like to use it for everyday looks. So I have been enjoying this eyeshadow palette a lot, actually, for work, for business meetings. This is the kind of looks that I like to create. They are quite subtle. So I like to use actually these two colors only. Sometimes I use a little bit of these, but overall, it all depends on what you are looking for. So I'm applying this color right into the crease and a little bit above the crease as well. Next, I'm taking the deepest color, and I'm usually going to use the same brush. It doesn't have any fallout. I just love how these two colors combine and the effect that they give to my eyes, because I have quite fair skin tone. And if you're fair like me, you might actually enjoy this eyeshadow palette a lot. Look, I immediately get great color payoff here. But always make sure to add a little bit of, apply some base on the eyes. I usually use concealer or a little bit of the foundation, or you can use a dedicated eyeshadow primer, whatever you want to use, but just make sure that you have some base. And this applies for all kinds of eyeshadows, not only the Hermes, but I have to say that the more I use it, the more I'm falling in love with it. And again, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. That's why I want to show you how I like to use it. But for me, it's just very easy to create a look if I'm not on camera for a minute or so. So making sure this color to be also a little bit above my crease so that it's going to be visible, but it's just I'm gonna say it, it's becoming my favorite eyeshadow palette actually. And again, I know that we all have different taste when it comes to makeup, but this one is just so sophisticated and subtle and beautiful. Taking a clean brush, and I'm just going to blend. Sometimes if I'm spending the day in the office, I'm just going to take this color, the palest color, with my finger, and I'm going to tap it here all over my eyelid because it's going to create the most subtle, sophisticated look. This is what I'm usually going to do. I'm going to apply also sometimes a little bit of kohl eyeliner. Sometimes I'm not going to apply kohl eyeliner. Sometimes I'm just going to leave it like this. But today I'm going to use all of the colors because I want to show you how the palette looks. So even just like this, it looks so beautiful, flattering. And the reason why I love this palette so much is because it doesn't have any fallout, the colors blend beautifully, and also you don't have to worry, like let's say with Pat McGrath eyeshadows or with Natasha Denona eyeshadows, you have to be a little bit careful because they are way too pigmented. You always have to take it, make sure to take the color on the back of your hand. And this is just a quick get ready eyeshadow palette that I personally adore. Initially, when I swatched it, I was disappointed that I don't see much of a color payoff. But then when I started using it, the more I use it, the more I fall in love with it. And actually, I find myself using this one daily since I got it. And I really like that somehow the colors, because they are quite subtle, they add a cloud of color. Next, I'm taking the shimmery color. I'm going to take it with my finger directly, tap it a little bit on the back of my hand because I don't want it to be way too intense. And I'm going to place it on my mobile eyelid. I'm also going to be taking the tiny Hermes brush because I want to get this color. This brush is really, really good quality, unlike most of the brushes that you get in eyeshadow palettes that you just throw away, because I want to get also in the inner corners of my eyes. And these eyeshadows actually last me the whole day. Next, I'm going to be using a little bit of black kohl eyeliner, and I'm going to line my upper lash line. And you can also use, but I can't find it right now, you can also use a plummy eyeliner with this color. It looks so beautiful. So sometimes I'm going to use a black, sometimes I'm going to use a dark plummy eyeliner, and sometimes I'm just going to skip the eyeliner if I'm in a hurry. Okay guys, and this is with the mascara on, and I usually like to use this color, this pink color here, as a blush on my cheeks. I'm going to show you how I like to do that. So it's a little bit hard to, you just have to squeeze your blush brush, and that's how I like to get this color. Take it a little bit on the back of my hands, and it really gives the most beautiful blush. Well, I have the Gucci underneath, so you can see that it's very, very pigmented. I did apply too much, right? Again, I'm going to have to take it a little bit down, but my idea was that if you have this eyeshadow palette, my favorite way to use the pink color is on my cheeks, and I usually make it a lot more subtle than this. So I'm probably going to have to use a little bit of powder to tone this down because I made myself look like a clown. But anyways, we're just trying things out. At least you know how pigmented this is, so you have to be light-handed. It's so dark outside. I removed the lip balm, and for my lips I'm going to be using my favorite Hermes lipstick. This is actually one of my favorite Hermes lipsticks. Now this is with the lips on, and I'm going back to my Givenchy highlighter because I want to add a little bit of light on the high points of my face. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit on, just a touch on my nose. Then I'm going to add a little bit here. I just love this highlighter so much. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know also if you have tried any of those products. Let us know what you think and how they work for you. Do you like them? I really like this highlighter, and I'm so sorry that this is going to be a limited edition, because I'm sure that I was going to repurchase this one. Now, between this one and the Gucci highlighter, I'm not really sure which one I like. I like them both, and it all depends on you, and it all depends on the effect that you are looking for. If you have tried any of those products, please let us know in the comments how they work for you, because I think that it's going to help our whole community if we share more opinions. Now, for the Givenchy highlighter, I would say 10 out of 10, definitely. I would recommend this highlighter. I would say buy it now because it's a limited edition, and unfortunately this is part of their holiday makeup collection. So I would give it 10 out of 10. For the Valentino Eye to Cheek palette, I would give it a 10 out of 10 because I really like it. I really enjoy it. I also like the fact that there is a little brush here inside the palette that I can use on the go. I like the color that it gives to my cheeks, and I like how it looks on my eyes. I usually look for very easy to use makeup products, and I know that especially for the summer months, this is going to be irreplaceable, just to take this with you on a vacation and you don't have to worry, you have a color for the cheeks and for the eyes. I think that it's a beautiful idea. Overall, I really like it. And some of you mentioned that the packaging looks cheap. It doesn't really look cheap to me because, I don't know, I think that I like the packaging. I like also the little brush that comes inside. And overall, I really like it. About the Hermes eyeshadow palette, now this all depends on you. I personally love it. I think that it makes me feel beautiful. It makes me look beautiful. Yes, the colors don't swatch beautifully, but sometimes with my favorite eyeshadow palettes, they don't swatch beautifully. It's more important to me how they look on my eyes. And for me, these colors, this color combination is perfect for me. And I justify the price because it just makes me happy. I can create everyday looks, and with the shimmery color I can create an evening look as well and a festive look. The color combination is perfect for my skin tone. It just complements my skin tone so beautifully, and I have been getting a lot of compliments since I started using it. I also like the little pink color here because I use it as a blush on my cheeks, and it gives me this very healthy flush of color. Of course, right now it is under the Valentino cheek color, but applied alone, it's absolutely stunning, and it's so lovely and pigmented. You just have to squeeze your brush to use it. So that was all for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget to tell me if you have tried these products. Let us know how they work for you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!